So in the last session, we checked the sharing settings at the tenant level. So now we will check the sharing settings at the site level. So when we change the settings at the when we set the settings at the tenant level, right? If we want to manage the sharing settings at the site level, so we can do that as well. Let me share my screen and I'll show it to you. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so we check the sharing settings at tenant level in our last session, right? So we can manage the sharing settings over here, and what all changes we made, it will replicate to the sites, right?
Yeah.
And if we want that, we don't want the external. So now if my sharing settings are set to anyone over here at the tenant level, right? And I want that on my specific site, on my one of the site, I do not want the settings at anyone. Okay, I want some other settings that the other users won't be able to, on this particular site, the users won't be able to share it with any external user, right? So over here,
Mhm.
what we can do is we got these settings. Like basically, let me complete all these options. So it gives the journal, it gives the basic information of the site, like what is the name of the site, site address, what is the storage limit, any description, template is a team site. It will give, if it is a communication site, it will give the template over here at the communication site. Okay, if it is a group connected site, okay, it will give the information. Okay, like the name, the email address of that, if any alias has been added to this group or not. Okay, when it was created, right? Who is the other info, like who created the site, it will give the these informations under general tab. Okay.
So you mean in this case, um,
Yeah, so in
in
this
the
case, this site was
in
created by my global admin account, and it was created on 8th November 2025 at this particular point of time. So the time
okay.
which is,
So you mean, Abhishek, in this case you mean uh, the sharing, it's already there in the tenant level.
hmm,
Okay, but if you want to overwrite it and you want it for a
yes,
specific site, you can do it also this way.
yes, we can do it from here. We'll go to the site, active sites. We'll click on one of the site name
Hmm.
and we'll go to the settings. So this
Okay.
is the membership we talked about in our first session, right? The owners, members, site admins. So from here, we can make the settings different for for this particular site. So if we select this particular option, let people outside the organization email this team. So this is a group connected site, and if I'll select this particular option, so I am making the changes for one particular site only now. I am not making the changes at the tenant level. I am making the changes at the site level.
Site level.
So these changes will apply to this particular site only, not on the other site. Okay,
Okay.
right. So if I'll select this option, let people outside the organization email this team. So this means that if I select this option, so that it is a private site mine. This is the private site. So private site means to whom I am giving the permissions will only be able to access this particular site. Okay, not all the members will be able to access this site within the organization. With, with whom I am giving the permission on this particular site, they only will be able to see this particular site. If I'll make it public, all the users within the organization will be able to see this site.
I thought that public will be for external user as well.
Yes, for external as well, but within the organization. So for external, it should work whenever we give the permission, right? And
Okay.
public. So if I'll select private, So the users within the organization, I'm talking about within the organization, there is a difference between private and public. So if I'll select private, right, I have created this as a private group. So the users which are there in the organization, they won't be able to see this site as this is a private group. Okay. If I'll make it public, the other users will be able to see this particular site within the organization. I'm talking about within the organization. I'm not talking about with the external users as
So,
of now.
so in this case, when you set up as a public,
Yes,
regardless, it will be visible for everybody
for everybody within the organization, not
within the
outside the
organization.
organization. It is
Hmm.
within the organization. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So this option let people outside the organization email this theme means like if it has been shared with outside the users, outside the organization, I have shared this site. So what they can do is this is a group connected site. So the email address has been created for this. Like you can see over here in general, there is an email address for this particular site. Okay. So
Hmm.
if external users will share an email to this particular email address, so they will be able to share the email address, they will be able to send email to this particular email address if this particular option is selected.
Okay.
Okay. Second option is send copies of team emails and events to the team members inboxes. So if outside the users, outside the organization, if users are sending the emails to this particular group email address, right? So the users who are the members of this particular site, who has access to this particular site, if I'll select this option, they will get the email also in their inboxes.
It's just a notification and events.
Yes. No, every time if anyone will share, it will, if anyone is sharing any email to this particular email address, right? They will get the notification, they will get the email at their inbox also. The users who are who are having the access to this particular site, who are the members of this site, they will get the email on their inbox as well. Okay. Email will come
Okay.
to the group email address as well, but the users who are the members, they will get the email on their inbox as well.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah. And if this option is selected, don't show team email address in Outlook, it won't show the email addresses in Outlook. Like we go to Outlook and we can see the groups, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it won't show up on the user's Outlook email in the Outlook. They won't be able to see this option, the emails in their Outlook. Don't show team email address in Outlook. All right.
Okay.
Yes. Now, if I want to make changes to the sharing settings for this particular site, so what I'll do is I'll go to the admin center active sites and I'll select one of the sites, click on more sharing settings. So from here, I can make the changes. So if you see, let me duplicate the tab. So if you see the sharing settings at the tenant level, it has been set to anyone, right? The sharing settings at the tenant level are set to anyone.
So this is the external sharing.
This is the external sharing, yes.
So it means that anyone he can send.
Yes, so these settings are set at tenant level. I'm not talking about the site level. These settings are set at tenant level. Whenever I create a site, these settings will get replicated to the new site.
So
Now,
when you slide it, sorry, but can you go back to the okay? When you slide the SharePoint, slide it down to the new existing guest, new and existing guest. What will happen
mhm.
in this case?
So whatever the sites which I have created, these settings will not apply to the existing sites. These settings will apply to the new sites, whenever I create a new site, these settings will get replicated. Okay, to the new sites.
But you are talking about external sharing.
I am talking about the external sharing. Whenever I
Yeah.
create a new site, these settings, I'm making
Okay.
the changes, right? So these settings will apply to the new sites which I'll create. Okay, the settings
Okay.
at the existing sites won't make changes. There will be no changes in the existing sites which are there, which I have already created. Suppose if I
Okay.
have make changes, now I have make two new and existing guests. So whenever I create a new site, so the sharing setting on the new site will set to new and existing guest.
Okay. New and
E
existing guest.
yes. So if I do see now, it has been set to anyone. Okay, my sharing settings are set to anyone. And if I want that on this particular, if I'll select this same as organization level, it will take the sharing settings, the whichever is there on my admin center. Okay, the settings
Tenant level.
at
Tenant
the
level.
tenant level. Yes, the settings which are there at the tenant level, it will take those existing settings at the site level. Now, if I don't want that on this particular site, my external sharing would be enabled. Okay, so you see, it is selected to only people in your organization. I can make changes. So if I make changes to existing guests only, I can do that. Okay. So these settings will apply to this particular site only. I don't want that on this site, external sharing would be enabled. Only the users who has access to this particular site, they can share it with internal users only. So I'll select only people in your organization, right? And I'll select only people in your organization over here. I'll give the edit permission, right? So on this site, the users won't be able to share it with external users. They will only able to share it with the internal users only.
However, this site is public.
Yes, even if the site is public, they won't be able to share it with the external users because the sharing settings are being set for this particular site is the within the organization only. The sharing is not allowed on this particular site with external users.
Okay.
Yeah, see external sharing. So it has been set
Oh,
to only people in your organization. So the users who has access to this site, they can share it with the internal users only.
okay. Okay. Got you.
Yeah, I make changes to it. So the sharing settings has been set to internal users only. The external sharing won't work on this particular site. And
But
if I'll,
if you set it as a private by default, the external user will not be allowed.
yes, will not be allowed. And if I do see the sharing settings for this particular site, it is different. So for this, you see, it has been set to anyone, right? So the settings has been applied to that particular site only, not to the other sites. So
Mm,
if we want to manage the sharing settings at site level, we can do that. According to our requirements, we can set the sharing settings at the site level.
unless if you overwrite it and say no, I want uh, from there. There's an option to say uh, take the tenant setting as a default.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yes. Now, if the site is being deleted, okay, so we can recover the sites from here, right? So if I delete a site, it comes to my deleted sites option. Okay, we can restore the site from here. And if the site has been deleted, it stays there for 93 days. And after 93 days, it will get permanently deleted. We won't be
Mm,
able to restore the site if it's been permanently deleted.
mm. Okay. Okay. Got you.
Yes,
93 days.
93 days, yes. So it's default. We can apply the holds to the site. We can apply retention policies. We'll cover those in our later classes. Okay. So we can apply these policies. While applying those policies holds, the site can be retained for more than 93 days. But 93 days is the default if there is no policy or hold applied to the sites. So the sites will remain there in the deleted sites for the 93 days.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes. And like the same way the site remains there for the 93 days, if some user has deleted the files from the document library. Okay. So suppose I deleted this file. There you go. I'll delete this site. It goes to my recycle bin. Okay. So there are two stages of recycle bin. The first stage recycle bin, which is with the name recycle bin only, and the other is second stage recycle bin. So this option, second stage recycle bin, will only be visible to the admins, not to the users.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yes.
So you're talking about restoring a site, right? Or files.
Now I am on the site, and this is the recycle bin for my site,
Site. Mhm.
not for the tenant. So if I go to the tenant, this is my SharePoint admin center, right? Active
And this
sites.
will give you 93 days. That's
Yes,
correct.
the site will be there in the deleted sites for 93 days. It is for the any site, whatever site you are deleting, it comes to the deleted sites. So if I delete any site, let me show you. So suppose I select this and I click on,
No, the other one, probably. Three dots.
yeah, I click on delete and I deleted this site. Okay, my site is deleted. It
You
will
go
go
now
to
to
the
the
deleted
site.
sites. Okay, now if I don't do anything with this particular site, if I select it and I click on permanently delete, this option is not highlighted. We can delete the the sites permanently using the PowerShell command.
Okay.
Okay, yes. So if I don't do anything with this particular site over here, the site will remain here under deleted sites for 93 days, not more than that.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now, when you go to the site and you want to delete the content,
Yes.
okay, let's say there's the files or something,
Mm-hmm.
and you delete them. For how long you can restore them?
Yeah, so I'm coming to that point only. So if I delete the file from the site, okay, so there was one document in my site, pages refresh. What happened? Oh, okay, I deleted that site, and that is the reason I am getting the 404 error not found. Okay,
Mhm.
so now we have seen this error, so I'll come to this error first. So 404 error is file not found. This error basically comes up with two scenarios, even if the site has been deleted or the home page of the site has been deleted. So now in this case, how we will identify 404 error file not found is coming. It seems like there may be two reasons. Even one reason could be the file has been deleted, or the other reason could be the home page of the site has been deleted. Okay, so in what we will do is we will try to access the site using the URL of the site content. So let me show you. I'll go to the site contents. So this is the URL of my site contents. Now the other site which I have deleted is sites 8 November 2025. Okay. So I'll make changes to my site name. I'll make it to, it was 08, right? Yeah. 08 November 2025. Right? So this was the URL of my other site which I have deleted. And when I'm trying to access it, I'm getting the 404 not found. So I have copied the URL of any another site. I have navigate to site contents and I copied this particular URL. Just give me 1 minute. I'm getting a call. Sorry, I got a call from my brother. Yeah,
Okay.
so now what I did is I navigate to my another site which I am having access to, and I'll copy this particular URL like which I did it. Where is my notepad? Yeah. So this is the URL of my site contents page. Okay. This site contents page, this is the URL. Now what I did is I changed my site name from this to this, which existing site, which I am getting the 404 not found,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now I will copy this URL and I'll try to access this particular page. And on this page also, I am getting 404 file not found.
Okay.
Okay. So it seems like the site has been deleted.
Yeah.
Now I will go to the the admin center and I'll restore the site from here.
Now we should be able now. Oh, okay. Now we should be able
Yeah.
now to see it.
Yes, it will take some time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
there.
once I restore the site, I'm able to access it. Now, the other scenario which I was talking about, I'll go to the, so when I click on home, this page has been set as my, this is the default home page for the site. So whenever you create a site, there is a home page for that particular site, which is the default home page. You can customize the home page of your site according to your requirement. So how can you do that? You
Okay.
will go to the site contents and you'll go to the site pages. And from here, this is the home page, right? You can create your new home page also, new. Uh,
It's not a wiki, it's a site page.
yeah, sorry, yeah, new site page. You can customize it according to your requirement and you can set this page as a home page also. Okay. So now so this has been set as a page, default home page for my site. If I'll delete it, the home page has been deleted. I'll
Yeah.
close this. I'll go to active sites. I'll go to this site. I'll get 404 not found, right?
Yeah, but you already restored it.
I restored it, but I deleted the home page of my site.
Oh, the
So
home.
yes, so when I am trying to access my site and I am not able to access it, so this is the URL of the home page. This is the URL of the site. Basically, this is the URL of my site. Okay. When I navigate, when I go to the active sites under SharePoint, let me show you this way. Yeah, now you will be able to understand. So when I go to my active sites and I click on view sites, right? So it takes me to this particular URL. Okay.
Which is the home page.
The homepage of the site. Okay. Now I have deleted the homepage and I'm not able to access it. So now what I can do is I like the URL which I have created, this URL, like I have copied the URL from another site. The site contents, I have changed the name of my site, right? And now if I'll access this page, I'll be able to access it. So it means the site is not deleted. The home page of the site has been deleted, and that is the reason I am not able to access the site. I'm getting the error message 404 not found. Got it?
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yes. Any confusion on this? I can.
Uh, yeah, actually, let me just open any page in my.
Yeah. So previously what I did is I deleted the site, and when I try to access it, I'll get the 404 file not found error, right? So
Uh,
let's say
just
sub.
just give me a second. Let me just try to
Sure, sure, sure. Take your time.
open. Uh, for example, share, for example. Uh, okay, for example, can I share my screen and show you here?
Yes.
Okay. I'll uh, okay. For example, this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is a site called NetSuite Hub.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how do I identify the home page for that?
So you see collab home.aspx. This is the
Where
URL for your home page, right? So if you navigate to the site contents, go to the site contents,
okay.
go to site pages.
Site pages. You have two pages only.
So this is your home page, collab home.aspx.
So
This was,
if you delete this one,
yes, you will
okay,
get 404 not found, because when you are accessing the site, right, you have set a home page like where will you navigate? When you access the site, it takes you somewhere to access the site, right? So The home
Mhm.
page is being set for the site. The default home page gets created when you create a site. So it will navigate, it will take you to that particular page. When you access the site,
Okay.
when you click on view site, it will take you to that particular page. And if it didn't find the path for that particular page, so it will give you the error, right? So if you want to go somewhere and you didn't find the road, so how will you go ahead, right? You won't be able to. So this
Oh,
is the
okay.
same way, like if you didn't find the path for your site where it is redirecting you, it won't be allowed you to access that site. It will give you the error message 404 not found, right?
I got you.
Once you restore that page, once the path is there, you will be able to access it. Okay. So let me share my
So for
screen.
example, if you
Yeah,
delete this one, okay,
sure, sure.
I'll not delete it, okay. But if you delete this guy here
Yeah.
and to restore it back, how you are gonna restore it?
Yeah, I'm showing that to you only. Let me share my screen. Let me know once you can see it.
Mm,
Okay, could you stop sharing your screen,
stop.
please?
Yeah, that.
Yes, so let me share my screen. So now what I did is I created the URL of my site, okay?
Mhm.
And I can access my site now with this particular URL. Where is my notepad gone? Yes. So what I did is I copied the URL for the other side, this site contents pages. Means now I am redirecting to some another page. I am not going to the home page. I am redirecting to some another page, which is site contents page. Okay.
Okay,
So I will see I can if I can have access to this particular page of that site or not, which is on which I am getting the error message 404 not found. Right. So what I will do is I'll paste this URL and I'll try to access it. I can access this page. This is the site contents page. This is not the home page of my site, right? If you look at the URL, the URL is different. Layout slash 15 view list dot aspx question mark view is equals to 14. So this is my URL for the site contents page. Okay. Every page has
okay.
its different URL. Okay. So when I try to access this site using this particular